The lights are dimmed. Heavy red velvety curtains are drawn behind me. Glaring light of projectors is blinding my view of the audience. I give a microphone a gentle tap. I take a deep breath. Silence. I forgot what I was about to say. Rummaging through my pockets, I realize that I left my loads in the changing room. Sweat starts to run down my forehead. I take another deep breath. I nervously say, "Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present you tonight our speaker." I forgot his name. I frantically look at the audience, look at my manager, and I remembered. Jonathan Smith! I quickly walk off the stage. The audience barely clapped. What an embarrassment. My manager pulled me aside, and he said, "You really need to practice more and brush up on your knowledge of giving a speech of introduction. Next time, prepare carefully and think about what you're going to say. Also, remember to give some additional information about the speaker, not just their name. We all know that. And lastly, it is not your spotlight. So let the speaker be the most memorable part of the event." Whew. I got off lightly here. He is right. I do need to learn more about how to introduce someone. Let's see what Tobias knows about it.
Speech structure. When you think of speech structure, you can think about three key things. First, keep it short. Don't take all day. If your speaker's going to be up there for an hour and a half, then you don't need to be. 3 to 5 minutes is all you need. And in that 3 to 5 minutes, you want to make your information relevant to the topic or subject that the speaker is there for. And that relevant information, you need to make sure you and the speaker have agreed upon it, so that when the speaker comes on stage, that you and the speaker are not in two different directions. Next would be giving a little information about the speaker. Basically, you're going to talk about some qualifications that merits the speaker even being able to give this presentation or speech in the first place. You're not going to give his whole biography. You just want to give the audience a little about him and what makes him, like I said, qualified to give the speech, so that they'll be more prone to listen to the speaker once he takes the stage. And next and finally, you don't want to steal the show. It's not about you, but you don't want to give a play-by-play, a detailed outline of what the speaker is going to say. Then the audience is not going to listen. So you want to give them just enough to where they'll be ready to listen to the speaker and whatever he has to say. And with doing that, that means you need to say whatever you got to say within your 3 to 5 minutes, and make sure you're ending with a good transition, so when you leave the stage, that your speaker can come on and begin their presentation and or speech. And now I'm going to let Valentina wrap it all up for you all's understanding.
Turns out that giving a speech of introduction is not as simple as you might think. Standing up in front of an audience and merely announcing who they should expect next is not exactly thrilling. Your job as a presenter is to make the audience look forward to the main speaker and what he's about to say. As Tobias just described, there are 3 main things to consider. Number 1, you should think about the structure of the speech and what you're going to say in such a way that it would be short enough and it would leave the audience with a feeling of anticipation for the upcoming speaker. Number 2, give only relevant and appropriate information about the speaker.
Don't tell his life's biography or some silly inappropriate jokes. It will only make him feel uncomfortable. And number 3, and one of the most important things to remember, is that it is not about you. It's about the speaker. So don't steal the show.